Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. If it's your first time here, welcome. Today I have another LPVO scope review for you, and that is from Blackhound Optics. This is the 1-8 Genesis series, 34mm tube LPVO. Let's check it out. So before we go any further, don't forget to hit like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Remember to hit all notifications so that you do get notified for future videos. Also, check that subscribe button. If you're already subscribed to this channel and you haven't been getting notifications, YouTube's been screwing with my channel a lot lately between strikes, demonetizing videos that don't go against guidelines, and so on. Check that, do me a favor and check out that subscription button. Make sure you're still subscribed to the channel, and of course the notification bell. Leave a comment down below. It certainly helps with the algorithm of the channel, but it also helps with 2A content as a whole, where it may get it out to the public that normally doesn't see it. If you want to support the channel in other ways, you can become a member of the channel. It's very inexpensive. It certainly helps. Again, YouTube's been screwing with my channel a lot. Certainly helps with my channel, and I absolutely 1000% appreciate it. Also, Instagram has taken down my link tree, and so you can find all the affiliate stuff on my website, the RTT Guns Gear shop page, rttgunsgear.com, and it's the shop tab, and there's a list of all my, all the companies I'm an affiliate with. If you purchase from any of those links, I do get a kickback anywhere from 3% all the way up to 15%, depending on the company. Again, it costs you nothing extra, but it does help the channel. Thank you. So, Blackhound Optics, they did send this to me. They sent this to me a while back, probably 5 months ago or something. I have a few thousand rounds on it, and I really liked this scope until. Now we'll get to the until here in a second, but I first want to go over a few things about the scope. It is again I mentioned a 34mm tube. It weighs just shy of 1.5 pounds. It's a chunky boy, but it is 1-8. It comes with this very nice cantilever mount. I love the mount. The mount is great. I put the throw ring on it because the magnification adjustment is quite stiff, but once you put the throw ring on it, and I don't remember where I got the throw ring, Mischief V3 Mischief Machine, I think is what the name was. Anyway, it's a polymer throw ring that I purchased. It has very nice low profile elevation and wind adjustment. You may not be able to hear that, but I can hear that just fine. And it's very tactile clicks. There's no mush to the click. Now it is half MOA adjustment per click with a total of 80 MOA windage and elevation adjustment. Now a full rotation is 50 MOA on the turrets. Now at 1 power, the field of view at 100 yards is 105 feet. That's just barely breaking the acceptable field of view. Anything over 100 feet is doing pretty good. Up to 130 or something like that, 120, 130 is exceptional. But so it's 105 feet field of view at 1 power and 13 feet at 8 power. Now the glass on this thing is really clear. The glass on this thing, of course, being a 34mm tube, I'm sorry, 34mm tube, there's a lot of light transmission coming into this, and I get good colors, good clarity, good definition through this. There's not, on 1 power, there's near zero fisheye or wobble in the view. Of course, this is Chinese glass, but and Chinese glass is getting better as time goes. They've not quite gotten to the point of Japanese glass or even German glass, but that German glass, that's a hard one to meet expectations with. But it is Chinese glass, very little, if any, fisheye around the very edge at 1x. At 8x, it increases just a little bit, but it's not bad. Now it does have a 3 1/4 to 3 1/8 eye relief. I am currently on 5.5 power, and right there is a perfect view. I get a little bit of shadowing there, a little eye boxing, and a little bit of shadowing there. Now I would show it to you on 1 power because, as you may or may not know, the eye relief and eye boxing and things like that tend to change from 1 power to 8 power. To 8 power, eye boxing gets tighter, scope shadow gets tighter, and on 1 power it's far more forgiving. However, I can't adjust this anymore. And you'll see why. I can no longer adjust the scope. It will not turn. So I can't show it to you on 1 power. So I forgot to mention the length. It is 11. So I forgot to mention the length. It's 11 1/8 long, roughly 11.14, which is just over 11 1/8, but it's 11 1/8 long. Again, the weight is just under 1.5 pounds, and it takes CR 2032 battery because there is a illumination adjustment right here. And the way this illumination adjustment works is you pull on this, you crank it to whatever you want, you push it back in, and there are dead spots between each level. So you don't have to roll this thing through various brightnesses, say 0 to 6, 0 to 11, or whatever, and then stop on the one you want and then roll it all the way back. If you generally use it on 7 power or 6 power, this has up to 6 power, 6 brightness, I should say. If you generally run it on, say, 3, all you do is click it one way or the other, and it will shut off, and you push it back in, so it does lock into place, which is a super nice feature. Now, the reticle on this is sort of a circle cross design, and I don't mean like just an X, just a regular cross. It's almost a crucifix with a circle. And you see the full reticle on 1 power, and you get up to 8 power, and you see basically the crucifix part, but a little shorter. So the circle disappears, and you have just the cross, and the bottom part goes all the way out of the frame of view. Now, without illumination, the reticle is super usable. I don't have a problem seeing it. The circle is a little fine, but the crosshair, or I should say the cross, is very visible and very usable on 1 power, nearly red dot fast. Now, the illumination could be a sticking point for you. It's not for me. I don't feel that LPVOs need much, if any, illumination. That's just my opinion. When you have an etched reticle, if you're shooting in a dark enough spot, if you're shooting in a dark enough area with an LPVO, that you need illumination, in my opinion, the vast majority of the time, you're going to light up whatever it is with a white light anyway. And if you're not lighting it up with a white light, you may have some sort of a clip-on digital night vision or IR device on these, in which case you can still see the unilluminated reticle anyway. So illumination isn't a big deal to me when it comes to LPVOs. With that said, you can't see the illumination in this in the daytime, which isn't all that uncommon. But you can't see the illumination, and if you can, it's very, very faint, even on 6. Now, the other side of that is where the problem with the illumination does come in. In anything other than bright light, every level of illumination of this, 1 through 6, nearly or completely wipes out your view. And what I mean by that is it turns the entire view red. It washes out the entire optic. Now, if I hit a white light while having the illumination on, it mitigates it quite a bit to being usable. However, there still is a pink hue to the to what is visible, to what's inside the scope. And then of course when it is dark, or say it's dark enough that you can sort of still see, say 10 or 15 yards, 20 yards, and you have it ramped up to 3, 4, 5, or 6, you're not going to see anything beyond that, because it does completely wipe out the field of view with red. That is an unfortunate thing with this scope. The other unfortunate thing is the drop test, and that is why I cannot, that is the until that I mentioned earlier. That is why I cannot any longer adjust the magnification of this scope. I am resetting this. When we get up there to check the hits, you will see 3 rounds that are circled, 2 close together, one on its own, sort of at the 7 o'clock and then the 6 o'clock area. It's having magazine malfunction, so just so you know, that's where those 3 holes came from. So we're gonna start over. I am not real stable today, but let's drop it. So that landed right on, right here. You can see the scratch and dirt marks. Okay, that's 2 pretty massive drops. Nope, I do need to mess the diopter a little bit. And I broke it. Oh, nope. Yep, I broke it. I can no longer get a clear view. This whole thing is broken. Yep, that whole thing's broken. I think I bent it. I'm pretty sure I bent the tube. Oh, I can no longer turn it. Okay, so the diopter still works. I just can't. Fuck it. Let's finish out the mag. On 5 power. All right, let's go check it out. So one of these is, of those 3 is the circled one, but there's another one there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's a good group at 50 yards. But then after the drop, here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm assuming there were some of these were I think down here, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Either way, it shifted about 4 inches low. Now I put every scope through the same exact test, and with the exception of 1 or 2, I've always done it in this same exact spot. It's nice because behind the camera, into the berm that I shoot into, to that bush row is 50 yards. So it's nice because it's a known distance, and it's really flat right here. I drop test every scope. I drop test every red dot. I drop test every light, and I drop test, whether it's handheld or or weapon mounted. I drop test all of them. And this one took a hard hit. Don't get me wrong, it took a little bit harder hit than I think some others have. I can't really control how it falls. I've beat this thing up. It's actually fallen off my tailgate a few times and fallen out of the passenger door because I don't roll around with my guns in a rifle case. It just sits on the passenger seat, and with the uneven dirt roads out here, I have opened my door before and a rifle or two has fallen out. I had a lot of high hopes for this because I have abused it, but the drop test showed something different. So maybe I was too hard on it. Maybe it took too hard of a hit. With that said, it did fail the drop test. I have bent the tube to the point where I have bent this whole area right here to the point where I can no longer adjust it. I may be able to, yep, I can, no, not really. So Blackhound Genesis 1:8, 34mm tube, LPVO. I do like this scope. It was nice using this scope. I have, again, a lot of rounds through it. It was very nice using this scope. It's very usable on 1 power, and it's very accurate and clear on 8 power. But it did have a couple of downfalls. The illumination and failing the drop test. Are those a big deal to you? I don't know. I don't make any money off of this. I am not an affiliate of Blackhound, although they did send this to me. Actually, a third-party person that I work with who works with other companies sent this to me. Blackhound themselves did not. So I don't make any money off of this. If you decide to buy one, or if you decide to check them out, because they are still in the budget range, they're sub 1,000, they're sub 500. I can't tell you the price because YouTube hates it when gun channels tell you prices of anything. I couldn't even tell you the price of a pack of bubblegum without getting a strike here on YouTube. So just know this is a sub $500 optic, and right until the drop test, I thought it was worth every penny. So you make up your mind for yourself what you think. You check it out. I will put a post to rttgunsgear.com, which will be a dedicated post to this. It'll have all the specs and information, along with a link to go to Blackhound Optics to see not just this, but anything else that they offer. Once again, I would like to thank them sending this out to me. It was a pleasure to use. Unfortunately, it died. Thanks for watching, everybody. Don't forget to hit like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. You know the drill. Other ways to support the channel are, of course, going to my website, rttgunsgear.com. Go to the shop tab, and all the companies that I'm an affiliate with are right there. Costs you nothing extra, but it helps the channel out if you shop through those links. I do appreciate it very much. You can also become a member of the channel. Very inexpensive. Get previews of videos, other various members-only posts. So check that out as well. Thanks for watching. We'll talk to you later.